Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching my video. My name is Chambe Mbugwa and welcome to our devotion. Today we are looking at Numbers chapter 20 and I'm going to just highlight some few things today. Remember the other time we were looking at the way the Israelites were complaining, saying they need to go and eat watermelons where they were. It's better they could have stayed there. And imagine, God still made a way for them. God gave them food. Imagine today now, it's water. Sad, right? So, chapter 20. Then the children of Israel, the whole congregation, came into the wilderness of Zin in the first month, and the people stayed in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. One thing I'm getting here is that I don't know why they decided to use the word congregation, but to me it speaks volumes. It means that it is not just anybody who complains. Actually, most of the people who complain are the people who call themselves born again, are the people who are in church. Are you among the number of the people who complain about anything, anywhere, and everywhere? Today I'm speaking to you again. So actually these people, we see that they have decided to move and they have come to the wilderness in a place called Zin, and they decided to stay there in Kadesh. And one of the leaders, or rather part of the leadership team, Moses' sister, who was called Miriam, died. And you know what? There was no water for the congregation. And therefore, they went, they gathered. You know, there's a difference between going and gathering. So these people gathered. And who are they gathering to? Or where are they going to? They're going to see Moses and Aaron. And you know what they do in verse, let me just read for you verse 3 so that you can feel irritated like I am right now. They say, and the people contended with Moses and spoke, saying, if only we had died when our brethren died before the Lord. Why have you brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our animals should die here? So it's not even about them, it's also about their animals. And who has given them these animals, by the way? It is God. But they're still complaining. So, and actually, they start remembering where they have come from. And they start saying that, and why have you made us come out of Egypt to bring us to the evil place? It is not a place of grain or figs or vines or pomegranates, nor is there any water to drink. They start counting, just like what we were looking at the other day. But you know what? Our God is merciful. This is what the Lord tells Moses. Take the rod, you and your brother Aaron, gather the assembly together, speak to the rock before their eyes, and it will yield its water. Thus you shall bring water for them out of the rock and give drink to the congregation and their animals. Very simple instructions. It's okay, they're complaining, it's okay. Now do this. You go gather them, and then after you gather them, before you gather them, by the way, take the rod with you. Number one, take your brother Aaron, go with him, gather the assembly, then speak to the rock. Usifanye kitu ingine, don't do any other thing. Just speak to the rock, and water is going to be there for them. And you know what? Just like us as human beings, Moses goes and tells the people. He gathers them, and then he lifted his hand and struck the water. But even before he struck the rock, this is what he says. Hear now, you rebels. You know, a rebel is somebody who has actually deviated. You know, is a rebellious person. He calls the Israelites, the children of the Most High, rebellious. By the way, to be honest, I would also feel the same. But remember, God has given some instruction. So there's something that stands out for me, that Moses did not follow the instructions given by God. And we can actually see one characteristic of God displayed, that God is patient. That although they were complaining, still God provided for them with water. And, you know, with love. Just go and speak to the rock. But Moses, because of his anger issues, he decided to go and hit the rock, my friend. Remember, he's not alone. He's going with Aaron, his brother. And you know what? The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, because you did not believe me to hallow me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore you shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. And by the way, that's everything that made Moses and Aaron not to see the land that God had promised the children of Israel. So my takeaway is, never let circumstances make you miss your destination. Just because everything is not turning out well, don't let that make you not reach the destination that God has purposed for you. God bless you, and may God keep you. Let us not complain. Let us follow the word of God so that we may not perish. God bless you.